Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. We're taking a look at Nigeria's preparations for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. I told you, just in case you weren't part of the show, then it's 198 more days to go. And the question is, how ready is Team Nigeria? Can we go to the Tokyo Games and impress? Oh, it will be same of the same. Bukola Olopade is a sports administrator in Nigeria. He says he likes the fields, that we're beginning to do things differently, and that he's optimistic that Nigeria can win medals despite the race against time that we will be having to ensure everything is fine, because it's just 198 more days to go. Let me let you know that Nigeria is so close to qualifying for the beach volleyball event for the Tokyo Games. The head coach of Nigeria's beach volleyball team, Francis Imodu, is confident that the women's volleyball team can qualify. The women always there for us, always ensuring that Nigeria is doing just fine. He's confident that the country can qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics right after they dominated the Zone 3 qualifiers that took place in La Boma in Ghana. At the Women's Championships, Nigeria recorded 2 victories, beating Benin Republic twice, and then went on to beat Ghana 2 times also. So take it and take it. We're not wasting time. We just want to go straight to the final round of qualification and know what's going on. So that has come as pleasing information for the Nigeria Volleyball Federation, and they are confident that the girls can seal it up by getting a ticket in the final round, waiting for the dates to be announced by the African Volleyball Confederation, and that's when they will also know their opponents. Look, again, beach volleyball. When you put anything beach in this country, and I've heard persons say, but let's just focus. I say, no.
We love the beach.
We do.
Everybody wants to
go out there. Just go to Elugushe, go to Oniru and
like
see
you're
persons.
enjoying yourself.
Because we're not thinking. We need
not.
to start thinking
not.
of ways that. So if we go to the beach volleyball, awesome.
Look at the Brazilians who dominate, the Portuguese who dominate. Do you know how it all starts?
Leisure.
You find a couple.
Yeah.
You know, with
Leisure.
another couple. They just
Yeah.
enjoy. And then the next thing you hear, okay, who wins this takes this.
Yeah.
Leisure,
Yeah.
and you're winning.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you want to go for another competition in another beach. The winners from this beach go to a bigger one.
Yeah.
They compete, and then the state comes and say, okay, we're adopting you. You are the athletes for the beach competition of the state. And that is what it is all about. We have beach here. Everybody loves to be there. Everybody loves to have fun. And whenever you're going, you're either with a football, a basketball, something of a ball,
so
to just play around with.
I'm thinking branding. So what this tells me, if I'm the president of the Beach Volleyball Federation or even beach soccer, I already have ready-made crowd. I have fans there.
Always.
I just go and take events there.
Just go there, you know, disguise as a normal person and just watch.
Yeah.
You can even take players you already know. Just watch.
Just
You'll see some new things. You'll see all these things starts from enjoying yourself and then making it as serious as possible. And then we glide on. If we are conquering, it shouldn't be surprise to anybody, because even neighboring African countries wants to come to Nigeria to enjoy the, you know, several beats that we have here. Because if you move around the Lekki axis, you'll find over 1,001.
So I just wanted to put that out there. We're doing so well with beach volleyball. We did well with it at the African Games. The girls have continued where they stopped. Final round of qualifiers for the Olympics. We can only wish them all the best. Let's get into the discussion that you guys are talking about on social media, the 2019 CAF Awards. By the way, he has finally done it. Sadio Mane is the African footballer of the year. I think, did you see that coming?
Yeah, I saw it coming. 4th best player in the world, acclaimed, and the guy has given so much slots. Last year, some people are still holding the argument that it should have been the one that will be the African Footballer of the Year, but it didn't happen. Now it is 2019. This guy is, I think the never say never spirit, the never say die spirit lives in him, like, you know, very, very high. And he goes on that pitch for Liverpool, for Senegal. Yes, the Nations Cup wasn't as bright, but with his assist and the few goals he was able to get, they got to the final, and nobody can argue that Algeria was a better team. But player-wise, I think he has really found a way to stand out amongst the lot. And the reason why he is fourth in the world, why shouldn't he be the best in Africa? I think it will just be this justification if another person gets to be the best in Africa and he is the fourth in the world. Confirm. I agree with this. But the beauty of this award, especially for the year, maybe I would say 2019, 2020, because the award is in 2020, almost every award, you cannot really pinpoint who is going to win. Most time, CAF Award, you can easily say from the nominees, the Aubameyang will win. This guy will win. The coach will win. This team will win. This year, look at the female, Gatlana Ajara and Asisat Oshoala. Look at the male, Mahrez winning the African Nations Cup and also turning up the Mohamed Salah. So you can't really, it is hard. Look at the young player, Ashraf Hakimi,
Victor Osimhen,
which is what it should be every year.
Tells you African football.
And African football is really stepping up.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So it's Sadio Mane that is the African Footballer of the Year for 2019. Asisat Oshoala won the award in 2014, won it in 2016, and 2017. She lost out in 2018. She has won it again.
Perpetua and Kocha was right there in Egypt, you know, for the All-Star game. So maybe Perpetua had put in a word or two. Let her have the fought like I did mine. And she has said in 2016 that amongst the male footballers, she's called the African Queen. And really, she's really doing everything to be in that light. Asisat has, let's take it away from Africa. Now going into the world. Yes, maybe Gatlana is good. Algeria is also good. But going into the world, the biggest state, look at that move from China to Spain, you know, saying, okay, we are on break. Why not take a loan deal at Barcelona and see what I can do? And the moment she stepped in, the coach and the players talked about vision, strength, and, you know, this,
she brought balance.
She brought balance to the team. She started from the bench. Now she's a regular. The season ended. They confirmed her stay in Barcelona, and she went on with that. Nigeria did not qualify for the Olympics, but look at her contribution to the qualifying games. It wasn't enough, but she did her own part. Even the World Cup that we didn't do so well, she had her own contribution. And this girl, she's just as huge as it comes. If any other African lady takes the African gong as the African footballer, I think it would not be so fair on Aziza.
It wouldn't have been, but look, South Africa has easily said Gatlana.
No, I think it's second place to be Ajara for me.
Oh, really?
Yes, the Cameroonian.
Yeah, because actually Cameroon
she really stepped up in 2019.
Let's run through the results, the awards that have been concluded. All right, the Egypt Interclub Player of the Year went to Youssef Belaila of Algeria and Esperance of Tunisia. The one comes as a shocker, but I'm going to find out if it's a shocker to Kehinde. The Youth Player of the Year, it wasn't Nigeria's Samuel Chukwueze. It wasn't Nigeria's Victor Osimhen. It was Ashraf Hakimi of Morocco and Borussia Dortmund.
Yes.
Does it deserve it?
It does deserve it. It does deserve it. See, I was discussing with some colleague earlier today, and I said, in third place, for me, Samuel Chukwueze should take the third place position because come 2019, 2020 season, he's have a topsy-turvy season already, coming from the bench, sometimes not making team list for matches. But for Osimhen, who have, you know, step up from, you know, a young man who is just playing football around Europe, getting into the Champions League, scoring against some top teams. Fantastic. Getting into the Nigerian setup, getting goals, good. But look at the man who is competing against two Nigerians, Hakimi, Ashraf. This guy has about 5 goals in the Champions League at this moment, 8 assists in the Bundesliga, and he's playing the right fullback. At one point, match day 5 for Dortmund, they've got 5 goals. He's got 4 out of the 5. That is how well he links up the defense and the attack. See, when we go to Liverpool, we want to talk about secret weapon in Liverpool. It is Robertson and Arnold, Trent Arnold. Now the secret weapon in Dortmund, one of them is Ashraf Hakimi. And right now, Bayern is ready to cough out anything to sign this young man. When a man does well, say it. When a man doesn't do well, say it. Ashraf Hakimi did not come as a surprise taking the young player. Osimhen, yes, maybe slightly losing out, But if you look at it very well, he's got a little edge over Victor
Very
Osimhen.
difficult for Nigerian football fans to take, rather than like, what's Kane talking about? What's he talking about? But hey, some
We're
points,
talking about
yeah,
facts
some
here.
points in there. And awards are always
Yeah.
debatable. But look at it, for a defender, Hakimi has actually done well.
8 assists in this season.
For club and country, and so he won the CAF Youth Player of the Year award. We told you Asisat Oshoala is a women's Player of the Year, the Women's National Team of the Year. Okay, let's talk about the African Men's Coach of the Year. This you can't contest this.
No, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Especially not really giving Algeria. Yes, maybe one of those teams you tip, but not giving them that chance to go all the way. And the way they did it, beating Senegal in the group stages, beating Senegal again in the final. And look at Nigeria was properly handled in the semi-final. They faced some very tough opposition. It is the Nations Cup here. A lot of discussion would, link up with the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
And Mahrez with Algeria, they're doing so well, winning the Nations Cup in some style. I think they really deserve that.
Well deserved for Jamel Belmadi, emerging the Men's Coach of the Year. African Women's Coach of the Year, Desiree Ellis of South Africa. So they give you ask questions that, look, if they give Cameroon the Women's Team of the Year,
what happened to their coach? I think he's an individual. This is individual awards are different.
Thomas Denaby was part of the nominees, and he led Nigeria to the outcome.
I would have loved that discussion if Thomas had won this, being in faraway India and winning an African. But Desiree Ellis with the team. Let's leave what South Africa has been able to achieve. Qualifying for the Olympics, qualifying for a whole lot under our belt. I think it's been massive. And if you look at the itinerary, even when they do not qualify, the idea she has brought into the team, the philosophy she's now living with the team, making them, think of them as fighters and top team, I think is fantastic.
Let me add that the positioning she has given to women's
football,
in South Africa. And also giving South Africa a big voice in Africa. Defeated Nigeria in the group phase, and we struggled
to beat them at the final.
Penalties.
Yes, at the final. And you should understand, looking at all of these games, it wasn't just go there and defend or go there and do a one-way traffic kind of football. They went there and played good football. They understood, okay, these guys are good, defend a little, counter-attack, and they did those things to the dots, to the T's. This is what, a coach should bring to a table, considering what the former coach did with that team.
I agree. She did a lot of background job.
I love what
she
did.
researched all the players that she took to the African Women's Cup of Nations. And
a captain was well selected. A captain who is like a coach on the pitch. And,
even if you take away Gatlana, they played as a team.
They played as a team. And I love some other players in that team aside Gatlana. But Gatlana always looked like the poster girl.
Somebody
in that team.
must stand
out.
I mean, in Barcelona, there are fantastic players. We'll talk about Lionel Messi.
Of course. So, and another thing, like you mentioned, I always love a female coach winning the Female Coaches Award. I always love it. You always seem like the men just come, rub them off the shine, and take the gong away. Let them take their award.
Congratulations to Desiree Ellis emerging the Women's Coach of the Year for what she has done with the development of football in South Africa. And the men's National Team of the Year went to Algeria. And we will talk about that. Winners of the Africa Cup of Nations, straightforward. They did that one. But the one that is debatable is the Women's National Team of the Year. They gave it to Cameroon. Yes, they gave it to Cameroon. That's what they did. I know it will be difficult to explain this one.
I told you that I was speaking with some colleague now. This is one of the peculiarity in these awards. The North Africans and the Anglophone countries, Francophone countries, they vote a lot. Do you know that if we check the voting rate, Anglophone are always on the back seat? We don't. Francophone, North African nations, they go all out to vote. The moment they hear voting starts, they start to, vote. So sometimes if we see these awards and think we were cheated and all. It's about voting.
Yeah.
Did we vote as much as they
No, we
did?
don't.
Sometimes it's a no-no.
It's okay.
Now, you would even hear West African country, the coaches, I couldn't get the mail, I didn't vote, but the captain voted. A whole lot of excuses in the West African setup, in the Anglophone side. We should do more when these votings come.
So that's what it is. Cameroon winning the women's team of the year ahead of Nigeria and South Africa. CAF. Do we need to sit down to talk?
They did not vote.
But it's okay. It's okay. These are awards. We'll take it the way it is. But special shout out to Asisat Oshoala winning the African Women's Player of the Year award for the 4th time. Asisat Oshoala, right now captain of the Super Falcons. This should motivate her. I was with her last week at the Sheyi Akiwumi charity tournament. She still gutted that Nigeria couldn't qualify for the Olympics. She's sad. But says they will pick themselves back up and see how they can beat the champions.
And the most painful thing is she was the captain of the side as of that period. So it's like under my belt, I couldn't get this done. You know? She's a winner. She's somebody who loves achievement. She has tested it. So she knows what it means to achieve, every day. So she still got it. And she would be for a long while, especially when the Olympics start and female football kicks off.
Congratulations, Asisat Oshoala. Congratulations, Sadio Mane. This is something about Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
Perfect gentleman. Even when he wasn't winning in the last 2 years.
He doesn't have issues.
He comes around. Now, today, no Mo Salah and Riyad Mahrez because they knew that they were not going to win. So perfect gentleman, Sadio Mane, congratulations. And look, it's consistency in the last 3 years. Awesome.
More than 3 years. This guy has been, growing. And Mo Salah, Firmino, all of these top players. And somebody said he has understood he does not have the most of talent. He substitutes that with hard work. This guy works hard. And even on the pitch, you see that he's working hard. It's not about working hard in the dressing room or on the training pitch. This guy works hard. These are things you should achieve after working hard, especially like you mentioned, 2, 3, 4 years building up, and he gets to this. We're waiting. Some people still say he should have been the 3rd best player in the world and not see Ronaldo.
I'm African. I'll say, oh yes, that's what it is.
Yes, no. If you check out the numbers, this guy have got some massive, envious numbers.
He's been admirable.
He is.
And I love his personality. I love that he's down to it. He's staying focused and he's winning. So congratulations, Sadio Mane of Senegal, the new African footballer of the year. Let's see what this we do to his career. Let's bring the discussion back home now. Talk about match day 13 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. On match day 12, we saw drama. Don't tell anyone, drama. Aqua United, they needed to win to record their 4th straight win of the season, and they did just that at Jigawa Golden Stars. Plateau United, they knew it was going to be tough against Eimba, but they did the magic. They won 4-0, and Eimba had to sack Coach Abdallah. Let's run through match day 13 fixtures, and then we will talk about some of the things that happened on match day 12 that might inform some of our analysis on match day 13. Warriors will take on Heartland at the Warri Township Stadium. This is going to be a very difficult match for Warriors, if you ask me, because Heartland, they are enjoying their momentum at the moment. Enugu Rangers. I've tried to understand what's going on with Rangers, and it's very difficult. But let's see what they can do with FC Fayoba. MFM will host Dakada International FC right here in Lagos. Aqua United, they will hope to sustain this new fantastic form that they're enjoying under new coach Kennedy Boboye when they take on Wiki Tourists. That's another decent team in the league. Adamawa United, they say they are the whooping boys. Can they stop having that title when they take on Lobby Stars? Match the 13 will tell us in the NPFL. Eimba will hope to pick themselves up without Coach Abdallah when they take on Kwara United. Abia Warriors will take on Kano Pillars. Katsina United will play league leaders, Plateau United. Sunshine Stars will host Jigawa Golden Stars, while Rivers United will play Nasarawa United. It's our own football.
It's our own football. And I think match day 3, 4, we're talking about this Aqua United and saying, if you look at the setup, they've got a team. They are well motivated. They've got everything a Nigerian team would hardly get. Like they are called the promise keepers. The administrators are keeping the promise. And we knew one thing, and it has happened. That is why I was saying it. The moment they gel, the moment they start to churn out those results, it is like, non-stop. And winning 4 straight games did not come as a surprise to me. The only thing it came is I'm enjoying it. Because these are the teams that should be at the top. They've got it. They just come to the pitch and deliver. And now they are delivering. I think we'll see more of this and continue to see it. Because Aqua United, this is what they are supposed to display every match day. Okay, the bad times are over. Now the good times are here. Continue to hold that. Another game I want to really watch is MFM against Dakada. Dakada is like the most decent side for me in the NPFL, not because they are getting results, but because they just got promoted. And now you're playing amongst the big boys, and it seems you've been there all the way.
And if they can push till about match day 15 and stay where they are, they're going nowhere.
I'm telling you, they are going nowhere.
Sports Tonight on Channels Television, we're taking a look at match day 13 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll talk more as regards the league, get into the FA Cup, talk about the Carabao Cup. More action when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Stay. Welcome back. Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're taking a look at the Nigeria Professional Football League on match day 12. 2 top winners played 2 United, and Dakada International played 2 United, defeated Eimba at the New Just Stadium 4-0. Ooh, it was the People's Elephants. Defeated them. Dakada International FC defeated Adamawa United 4-1. Let's talk about its action and consequence. So right after that defeat, Eimba, they said, no, we can't go on. So Coach Usman Abdallah was shown the way out. The right decision?
The right decision. The right decision. Wow. It's not been so good for Eimba this season. And 4-0 was just taking that lead off their eyes at this moment. And they understand this is just where we raise the curtain. We can't take any more of this whole thing at this point. And it is Plateau United. Yes, it's a top team. But Eimba, any day, anytime, 4-0 can never be a result that the administrators, the fans, anybody related to Eimba by any way would take, very easily. So the administrators understand this is the time. Juxtaposing it with the fact that results are not coming their way. I think sometimes you just have to be proactive when results like this starts to come. Don't wait until match day 20 where it might be so hard to overturn things.
10-man Plateau United.
Yes.
It was difficult. For Eimba to understand
no inspiring play.
By the way, they are 13th on the league table and have been able to get 15 points from 10 matches.
That's how bad it is. If you look at that table, maybe you've not heard about this year's NPFL, but you know Eimba so when you see them at that position, you'll be like,
what's going on?
Exactly the question. And that is the question the administrators don't want to get asked anytime they go out. So what is going on with Eimba?
Tough for Eimba, a football club of Aba. So pictures of the game from match day 12, Plateau United on a roll against Eimba.
That team is
Eimba, the defending champion. So with this now, Plateau United consolidated their position on the league table. They've played 12 matches and they have 24 points. Eimba, they've played 10 and have 15 points. Tells you the story. Someone say, they have some outstanding matches. Well, let's talk about another team that picked themselves back up right after Coach John Obo left Aqua United. Kennedy Boboye came in and, look, the team didn't look back. I think the last time you were here, they were about 15 on the league table. At some point, they were second.
That was the period when
right
Kennedy
now,
was coming
they
in.
are 5th on the log.
Yes. And we mentioned Kennedy, number 1, 2-time coach of the year in our football in Nigeria.
Won the league title
with Plateau United. And also the guys at which this guy goes about his job. He's no respecter of any player. Not that he doesn't respect any player. What I mean is, he's no respecter of your shenanigans. You just must come play football for you to be under Kennedy Bobo.
And get the results you need to get. For instance, this is the match against Jigawa Golden Stars. At the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano. They knew that it's a match that they can win, and they went on to win.
You must win it. These are even the games that test you the more. Matches people feel or people think you should win. You must go there and win for that thought to continue. Because if you don't win, it brings another discussion. And Kennedy had done so well, wrapping himself with some glory since he got to that. And I think one of the things he did might not be so much, but helping those players to understand you can do this. You've got it in you. Why not bring it out? Why not show it to your steaming fans? And they did
Look
just
at the
that.
man stepping
They
up
did
for
just
them, the veteran striker.
Yes.
That came back to the club. Orok are doing all of the magic.
After,
I know. So we keep saying that if we fix the league, and it's good.
We'll have players like this are done in our league. We'll have them. They want to be home. Everybody loves home. But if home is not what you want it to be there. You want to go out there.
It's just that right there at home. So that's it. Aqua United beating Jigawa Golden Stars by a single goal. It was just good enough to give them the position where they deserve right now on the league table. They're going to be taking on Wiki Tourist tomorrow on match day 13. Let's see what they can do right there at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium.
Common Stadium.
Yeah, so hopefully they will keep their momentum going. Let's get on with the show now. I want us to talk about Rangers. That's another team that has struggled badly
Really struggling
this season. You don't need to look for them. Don't bother yourself with the top 10. They're at the bottom of the table. Rangers, they've played just 9 matches, but they have just 6
Rangers
points.
People will have they will have your head by tomorrow morning.
The club first and first have said, look, we are going to have a 40% salary cut-off for the players to let them know that they are not delivering the goods. This is a team that you'd expect that they will keep their quality going, particularly they're playing in the CAF Confederation Cup.
When Obu was about leaving Aqua United, one of the complaints is some players do not just want to listen to instructions. Some players do not just want to, play according to what the coach wants. Yes, today, some players are even bigger than coaches. Yes, but a coach must find a way to assert himself in a team because the first casualty when the going is not good are always the coaches. So you must find a way. Now, Rangers looks like they are suffering through, especially since Ogumbote left Rangers. It seemed like no coach had come and they just love to play with that coach.
They sacked.
Yes.
They sacked their coach. They brought Salisu Yusuf on a rescue mission. Still
no mission, no rescue.
You see, they have placed their forwards on 40% pay cut. How is that in any way going to be? That might just be from bad to worse.
From bad to worse, because a player that is not happy and you're cutting his pay. Because, you see these players, there are a lot that goes on in their mind that makes them not give the required play they should. So you should find out that and not get angry because the results are not coming. What is the problem? What is wrong? Players, team, officials, let's talk. If you do that and you find out and still nothing changes, then you can go ahead. But because of result, you just go to pay cut. I think you're taking it from fry pan and you're going to
forward
fire.
Players that get
and your forward, goal. Yes. It's only the forward player. What about goals considered by the defensive side?
So it's the entire.
I think they're trying to divide the team.
Actually,
when you divide
they're supposed to look at.
It is trouble.
Let's take a look now at the English FA Cup, 4th round fixtures. Watford and Tranmere will take on Wolves of Manchester United. Hull City are going against Chelsea Football Club of England, while Southampton will take on Middlesbrough. Waiting for the winner in that one. QPR will take on Sheffield Wednesday. It's the FA Cup. I call it the upset cup where anything can happen. Bournemouth will take on Arsenal. The Gunners defeated Leeds United yesterday to make it to the 4th round. Northampton will take on Derby County. Derby County defeated Fulham to get to the 4th round. Brentford will take on Leicester City. Millwall will play Sheffield United. Reading or Blackpool will take on Cardiff or Carlisle. West Ham will take on West Brom. Burnley will take on Norwich. Bristol Rovers will play. Bristol Rovers or Coventry will take on Birmingham City. Manchester City will take on Fulham. Rochdale or Newcastle will take on Oxford. I didn't believe that Newcastle was going to win that one. Portsmouth will take on Barnsley. It's the upset cup. It's the FA Cup. Let's take a look at 4th round fixtures. Let's take a look at semi-final fixtures in the Carabao Cup. Manchester United. That game is going on between Manchester United and Manchester City. We knew it was going to be. I know. Maybe this one might just be. With this one, they might just say, "Ole, take its time."
Before this game, nobody could predict. Number one, Manchester United have done so well against top teams this season, but these cups are upset cups.
Yeah.
These cups are where you can find a fourth league team coming to, do everything to the top teams. But Man City understand at this point, if there is any trophy that you've got one hand on at this moment, is the Carabao Cup, and they just did justice to that. Now look at the who possible they might possibly meet in the final,
Leicester
Aston Villa or
City
Leicester.
or Aston Villa.
You look like you're slightly better than these teams.
Yeah.
So why not do yourself so well, get into the final? It's the final. You do one win and then you lift the trophy.
Thank
so
you.
Manchester United,
you
met Man City at the wrong time.
I know, shame. Thank you so much, Kendi,
It's good to be
for
here
stopping by on the show. It's Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0, semi-final of the Carabao Cup. That's how far we can go on this edition of Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Keep talking to us on Twitter. Channels_sports, Facebook channels, IFA Sports. That's the show for the team. Mostin Okonakwan, in everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.